Hey guys, it's me, Shrek and H Kinda Awesome, and doing Teen Titans Go Sucks here again, and I have some news to tell you. Unfortunately, my review slash rant on Mamma Mia Here We Go Again had been postponed until next Wednesday. But don't worry guys, it will be coming up really soon until next Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. So instead I'm gonna do the last 4 videos. And yeah. Anyways, enjoy. Today I am going to do a review slash rant on Cephalopod Lodge. So basically what the plot is, Squidward is smiling at a Krusty Krab and SpongeBob wants to know why he's smiling, and then later that night SpongeBob and Patrick actually spies on Squidward. Yeah, they actually spy on him to see where Squidward was going and what he was doing. What's his lodge? Yeah, they actually follow him, and there they do this secret handshake, and yeah, and Squidward comes into the lodge, and every squid comes, and yeah, they watch one squid get stung by a jellyfish. And yes, and SpongeBob and Patrick, surprise, surprise, appears, and they were loud. They were obnoxiously loud. Everyone gets mad at Squidward. They got really mad at Squidward. They actually forbid him permanently. I'm not kidding. They actually forbid Squidward permanently. And Squidward's now depressed because he's now kicked out of the Cephalopod Lodge. I feel so sorry for Squidward. Squidward, I know how you feel, and I'm really sorry about it. Because of those two moronic idiots that just made you forbidden from the Cephalopod Lodge. Those two moronic idiots that ugh. So yeah. Squidward even lost all of his clothes, especially his underwear. And then SpongeBob and Patrick is going to apologize, and yeah. And SpongeBob's like, it's not to. He says something to the squid guy, and he's like, we had no idea that Squidward had been kicked out. It wasn't our fault. Is it my fault? Patrick said, and he said, no, it's not. And the squid guy said, well, if it wasn't your fault, and if it wasn't Squidward's fault, then whose fault was it? And Patrick said, maybe it's your fault. Then he said, Squidward is never allowed in this lodge again. Now he's really permanently forbidden. And SpongeBob's like, I'm sorry, Squidward, but they had forbidden you permanently, and Squidward's life is now ruined because of those two moronic idiots. But then SpongeBob and Patrick decide to make their own like this lodge or club thing, and they show Squidward all this craps and stuff and all that. Like, they do a patty cake. Really? Patty cake? That's a secret handshake? Yeah, they actually use patty cake for the secret handshake. A childish song for a secret handshake. Like, really? I bet a 2-year-old made this episode. I guarantee you that a 2-year-old made this episode. And then, what did they do next? I'll tell you what they done next. They actually kidnapped Squidward into to the jellyfish fields. Yeah, they actually kidnapped him, and Squidward's like, "Dude, what the hell? You kidnapped me for what?" And then they used the tongue and they zapped their tongues. Ow! And what happens next is Squidward? I'll tell you what happens next. After when Squidward's tongue had been zapped and it hurts painfully for him, Squidward actually gets something from the mail and he's like, "Alright! They're letting me back in to the lodge!" But it's apparently it's nothing like that. Instead, he's served a chicken costume, and he wore it. And he's like, "What the hell? These aren't my cephalopod clothings, large clothings." And SpongeBob and Patrick actually made their own uh, club slash lodge or whatever called the Feather Friends. Yeah, that's the stupidest thing ever. Sponge Squidward joining SpongeBob and Patrick as better friends. Instead of that scene, I would rather. You know what should have happened? SpongeBob and Patrick dresses up as bunnies, and then the whale mole from Courage the Cowardly Dog comes and attacks them. First, he attacks Patrick, and then he attacks SpongeBob, and Squidward watches and laughs at them and enjoys what he sees. Yeah, that's what should have happened. Instead of this stupid Feather Friends scene, I would rather have the whale mole from Coach the Cowardly Dog actually attack Patrick and SpongeBob wearing bunny costume, and Squidward enjoys this. Yeah. And then, yeah, SpongeBob's like, "Don't worry, Squidward, we'll let you back in." And then they decided to be a giant sock monster, but he pull out a small sock, and Patrick's like, "No, that sock's too small." And SpongeBob's like, "Oh, you're right." Then he pulls out a bigger sock, and yeah, they went in first before Squidward did, and yeah. And then a few minutes later, Squidward actually comes and sees like this a giant abominable eel, or yeah, giant abominable eel. I actually said monster, but it's yeah, sock monster, but it's actually a giant abominable eel. Yeah. Then they pretended to be a giant abominable eel, and everyone panicked and ran away. And Squidward's like, "Fear not." And then he punches the eel, and the eel pretends to die, or at least SpongeBob and Patrick pretends to die, and everyone cheered. And guess what? Including SpongeBob and Patrick. And guess what? What happens to Squidward? They kicked him out again. And SpongeBob's like, "Don't worry, we still have the Feather Friends." But then Patrick's like, "But you have to pass the thing again." And he grabs Squidward's tongue, and Squidward screams after he got zapped by the tongue again. Ow. And that's basically what the plot of the entire episode is. This is a Squidward Torment Festival, another one of these Squidward Torment Festivals. Like, really, SpongeBob and Patrick, it's really actually really their fault, not Squidward. Oh my god, why did Squidward had to be the one to get kicked out? Why does he always have to suffer the consequences? Squidward didn't do anything wrong. SpongeBob and Patrick just burst out of nowhere and just cheered really loudly, and that made Squidward forbidden from this lodge. Like, really. And the jokes were, uh, they were, they were trashy. Like, really. They were too trashy. Like, the patty cake joke. Like, what the hell is that? That's not funny. That's stupid. And the Feather Friends part, oh my god. That was really stupid as well. I would rather have the werewolf from Courage the Cowardly Dog come and attack SpongeBob and Patrick wearing bunny costumes instead, and Squidward actually enjoys it. That would have been more watchable. Cause SpongeBob and Patrick deserved it for making Squidward forbidden from that lodge. They deserved it. I mean, that made me feel so sympathetic to Squidward. Like, really. I felt a lot of sympathy for Squidward. Squidward, I do not blame you. I know how life is for you, Squidward. Yeah. And your life is ruined, and I know you got kicked out of the lodge because of those two moronic idiots. It's their fault, not yours. They've been lying this whole time, saying that it wasn't their fault, but it's actually their fault. They were lying. Yeah, they were lying. But they were right with it's not Squidward's fault as well. But other than that, it's a mean-spirited episode, and yeah. It's a Squidward Torment Festival. The jokes were trashy, the humor was awkward, and it's my 13th worst SpongeBob show ever. I mean, episode ever. Not show. Episode. Sorry. Excuse me. This is my 13th worst SpongeBob episode ever. I give this episode a 0 out of 10 and don't watch it. It sucks. It's awkward at some points as well. Some of the scenes were really awkward as well. Well, that was my review / rant on Cephalopod Lodge. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Shrek and H kinda awesome and doing Teen Titans Go Sucks here, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video. And goodbye.